Hello fellow fraggers, my name is Firmself, and today I present to you the Street Frag tier list. I wanted to do this because the rankings in Street Frag are quite different from the normal mode. Now obviously this is going to be a lot shorter. I'm going to try to make this under 10 minutes and hopefully I'm going to be able to upload this right before the Street Frag challenge so you know what deck to play. Also, the next day that you see this, I'll upload a gameplay video where I play a few games in Street Frag, and I'll give you some tips to improve your deck maybe, or just your gameplay. So go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss this video, because it might actually help you in your Street Frag challenge. So since this is going to be a shorter video, if you end up having any questions, just drop them in the comments and I'm going to be able to answer them without any problems. So let's get into the ranking now. So let's start with the defense cards. As you know, defensive AI is trash in normal mode. Well, it's even worse in Street Frag. I don't know what they're supposed to be doing, but they're kind of just sit in the middle of the map and do pretty much nothing. So let's start off with the snipers. They have long range, but it's in a smaller map with crap AI. They're usually not very fast and they have pretty bad damage, so you're not going to be able to get them to the bunkers. So we're going to rank Longshot, the mascot of the channel, and Vlad in A tier. They're probably the worst cards in Street Frag. You don't want to have them in your deck. Then in D tier, there's going to be Captain Polar and Eagle Eye, which are both pretty bad also, but at least they can do some damage. And then we're just going to skip C tier and go right to B tier for Poca, Inferno, and Megalodon. So all of these cards are pretty good mains if you want to play them. They're not going to have good AI, but you can still get a lot of frags with them if you know how to play them, so they're pretty good. And in A tier, there's going to be Zap Girl. I think Zap Girl is pretty good in Street Frag. She might be even S tier, because she can just control the map with her little turret, and she can do a ton of damage, so it's really good. Now for the high DPS defenders, most of them won't have any good AI, but you're still going to be able to push them and get to the bunkers, and that's usually going to be your strategy with them if you have them. So in D tier, we're going to go with Frank and Slimer, because both of these cards are really bad, but they still have pretty decent damage, so you're still going to be able to push them a little bit. In C tier, we're going to go with OK, because OK is usually very slow, but it's not as bad in Street Frag, and you're maybe going to be able to get them on the bunkers and do some damage. And OK has a really good DPS. Then to B tier, there's Genkiss, Gigagoo, Bubbler, and Frost. All of these cards have a very good DPS, and obviously as AI, they're not that good, especially Genkiss. But you're still going to be able to keep them alive and get them to the bunkers if you need to just get a lot of bunker damage. In A tier, there's going to be Jack El Padre and Prisoner 99. So obviously Jack El Padre, I didn't expect to put him that high, but he's a very good card to get on the bunkers. He's got an insane amount of bunker damage. And same with Prisoner 99, a little less, but he's a better main in my opinion. So they're going to be up there. And in S tier, there's Jab. So Jab is actually pretty damn good in Street Frag. He's got a really good amount of bunker damage, and he's pretty fast. He's got a lot of health, and his shield is going to be up like 90% of the time because of the change in cooldown for the ultimate ability. So he's actually one of the best slayers in my opinion in Street Frag. Now here are the cards that have actually good AI. So this counts Marco Pollo, Queen Unicorn, and Boss, which are all going to be in A tier. With AI, they're A tier. Obviously defense AI is usually much worse, and these cards are much better in normal mode, but they're still pretty good in Street Frag, and you're just going to be able to keep them in your deck and get rid of some cards usually. Then we have Medusa, who is pretty good. She's a pretty good main, but with AI, she's just going to be in B tier, nothing crazy. Soldatron and Shinobi are both decent with AI also, and they're going to go to A tier. These two cards are really good in normal mode, and honestly, as AI, in Street Frag, they're pretty much the same. Now we have Voodoo, and Voodoo is one of my favorite cards in Street Frag. It's kind of crazy how a map can change a card that much, but the fact that this map is so small makes it so that when he respawns cards, usually he's gonna be able to do so very well. And if you play him a little bit, you'll notice that your cards respawn a lot more because of him. And that's huge. If you die with a card, you can just grab him and respawn them back. I think he's a very good card, you should try him out, and I'm definitely going to be trying him out in my video tomorrow. So yeah, S tier for sure. And now we have Sombrero. Sombrero is a really good card in normal mode, and I think he's even better in Street Frag. He's gonna go in S tier. That's a card you want to leave with AI because he's gonna be able to spawn the bombs that are gonna be very annoying for your enemy, because it's gonna be hard for them to defend your bunker because bombs are gonna be exploding on it, and if they get close they just die. So yeah, he's definitely a good card. And now we have the best card in Street Frag, my boy Scrapper. Scrapper is definitely S+ tier, and spoiler alert, he's gonna be the only card up there. He's just a crazy in Street Frag. So if you have tried him out, maybe you noticed that his bunker repair ability is broken in Street Frag. He repairs like 30% of your bunker every 10 seconds. So it's very hard to get rid of a bunker when your opponent has Scrapper. You pretty much have to play him if you want to beat a player that has Scrapper in their deck. Alright, so now to finish off the defensive cards here real quick, we're just gonna go over them. So we have Fidelio, who is gonna go in D tier. He's not E tier because he's got pretty decent damage. Obviously Duncan, S tier. He's just a great main to play, honestly. And he's pretty damn good in Street Frag also. JB, I'm gonna put him in A tier. His AI is not bad, but if you want to play him as a main, he's good. His mines are gonna be pretty damn good also. Then we have Mimi. Mimi has got some pretty good tricks in Street Frag. She's able to block the bunker completely and just hold attackers to attack the bunker. I don't think that's a broken strat in any way. Honestly, I'm just gonna place her in A tier because outside of that, she's not really that good. Cleo, just a good main, A tier. Oh, a Virus, I forgot her for the snipers, but honestly, I think she's C tier. I'm really not sure about her in Street Frag because her damage is just bad. But Mama, I think, is also going in C tier, but high C tier, maybe in B tier because her AI is not bad. Her bots are pretty good. Finally, we have DJ Equalizer. He's got a pretty decent AI, and if you want to play him, he's pretty good. B tier, honestly, because his freeze is going to be really good in Street Frag. Alright, so now we have all of the defensive cards. Let's get into our attack cards. So first of all here, we have all of the good AIs. We have Lucha here, definitely in S tier with Ronin, because Lucha has good bunker damage and he's really tanky, so it's going to be hard to get rid of him. Ronin is a monster with AI, he's able to get a lot of frags and he's good on the bunker also, so he's up there. Tankbot I think has really good bunker damage. If you want to leave him with AI, he's good. If you want to main him also, he's gonna be good. So yeah, he's up there for sure, and he's tanky also. Hannibal is like Lucha, but he's got less damage. But he's able to get frags, maybe a little more with AI, so he's definitely good. We also have Cypher, which is a great card for AI, because when he uses his ult, you can deal more damage to the cards around him. Great card with AI in normal mode also, but he's still very good in Street Frag. And quickly we have Big Paku, which is I think a very good AI card, and Cybercup, both in A tier because yeah, they have good AI, they're tanky, so they can get to the bunkers pretty well. And Cybercup with his jail is pretty good if you want to just main him for a bit, place his jail and just leave him with AI for the rest of the game. The jail can be pretty damn useful, so yeah, he's up there. And now, quickly, we're gonna go over all of the good mainable cards. They're all gonna be in S tier. I covered them in my main tier list, I think the second part. So if you want to get more detail, you can go check it out. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this quickly. Stella is definitely going in there. Stella might be the best main in Street Frag, but she's really annoying also. Andro for sure. Hunter is there. Oli is there. Lord VR. BB. There's also Striker, but Striker you want to be careful. He's good with his ult, but it's kind of laggy right now, so maybe I wouldn't use him until he's fixed. We have also Lollipop. Hakuryu is there. Duality for sure. Since her buff, she's really good. Takeshi for sure also. He's kind of crazy in Street Frag because the map is so small that you can just pretty much kill all of your opponent's team with one ult. Who did I miss here? Dr. Crow. I think Dr. Crow, I'm gonna place him in A tier just because he's a little slow, and his heal I don't think is as useful in Street Frag. Volcano is gonna go up there also because he has crazy DPS, and if he gets to the bunker, he's gonna be able to just get it so quickly. It doesn't make sense, but yeah, he's up there. And to finish it up, we have Rip and Fin, which is very good. He can get a lot of cards off the map because it's so small, and his wave refreshes very quickly, so he's very good at map control. So I think that covered all of the good mains. All of these cards here that are still there, I'm just gonna go over them. Alright, so here we have Avalanche. Avalanche is really, really bad. You do not want to play him at all. I'm gonna place him in the E tier, honestly. He's so bad. Crystal is a good main. I'm not sure about her in Street Frag because her bunker damage is not great. So she's gonna go in A tier, honestly, low A tier. Frisbee B tier. Rick Rock C tier probably, because he is not as bad of a main as I thought in the beginning, but he's still honestly very bad. Honestly, I don't think there's anything that you can do much with him. Snow, I think, is gonna go up in A tier because he's so fast. You can go to the bunker in 1 second, and he can deal pretty good bunker damage. Same with Blood. They're both pretty much the same now somehow, but I think they're both pretty good. Desperados is gonna go in A tier. Cybergirl probably C tier. Fragment A tier. Mr. Doe is gonna go in C tier also, but with AI he's not that bad. He might be a little higher if you want to leave him with AI because his bunker damage is really good. Scout and Nutty, I'm gonna place him in B tier actually because his turrets are pretty good in Street Frag. They can get a lot of damage. Queen Boom can kind of boost a push pretty well, but she's definitely not in S tier, so A tier is where she's at for now. Nautica I think is very bad. Even though she's got buffed, she's got really bad damage, and her ult is pretty good, but she's not gonna be able to break a push or just get to the bunkers. Now, Quarterback, I love this card. He's a really, really good card, and I love playing him, but I don't think most people know how to play him, so he's gonna get in B tier. Rolaf is gonna go in B tier as well. He's pretty good because of his bunker damage, but he's slow and kind of bad with AI, so yeah, B tier. Cactarina, I think I should put her in S tier honestly because her bunker damage is really, really good. She's a little bit like Jab, but definitely easier to kill, so she's in low S tier. Valkia, D tier, she's really bad. I don't know why anybody would want to play her. Laika, I think B tier with all of these tanks here. Mechanite, yeah, D tier. Mechanite has the range, but it's useless in Street Frag, so he's gonna be there. Quartza is in D tier also. I think I'm gonna put Smoker in C tier because he's a pretty good base rusher, and that's pretty useful in Street Frag. Jet, A tier for sure. She's pretty good because of her jump. Vendel, A tier as well. She's a good main, pretty good. Wolfson, I can't say I have tried him a lot in Street Frag, but if you wait until the bunker has got a lot of damage on it to push him, maybe he could be good. But for now, A tier. General Mech, he's got pretty good AI. Yeah, I'm gonna place him in A tier. He's also a pretty good main. And then Miss Bunny. Miss Bunny, I want to place her in A tier as well. Ape Suit with the other kit tanks in B tier. Hades, A tier. As a main, she's pretty good. Or he, I don't know. Buck is a pretty good bunker rusher. So I think I'm gonna get him in A tier because you can use your ult to lock yourself in the other bunker or just kind of protect your own bunker, so it's pretty good. Mr. Tiger, I'm gonna place him in B tier. I'm not a fan of Mr. Tiger. You want to leave him with AI usually. Amelie, C tier. Actually no, B tier because she's pretty good at moving around, and she can do a decent amount of bunker damage. And finally we close with Dan, which is D tier honestly. Yeah, he's very bad. He's got pretty trash damage, and his heal is pretty useful, but in Street Frag, definitely not as much. So I think this is what our Street Frag tier list is gonna look like. Alright, so hopefully this will help you for your Street Frag games. If you enjoyed this, you can go look at my other tier list, like attack and defensive AI, which might be pretty useful for you in normal mode. I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you in the next one, which is tomorrow. Street Frag. See you guys.